mouse is not liking me today for some reason. Yeah, how time flies, no kidding. If I remember correctly, yeah, I guess we're coming up on my 3-year stream anniversary here, aren't we? That's coming up real fast. I think it's next week sometime, if I remember right. Might even be this week. Not sure. I think Twitch tells me if I that is, because I mean, slot. I've got 10 slots in animated and 5 in standard. I need to do some work apparently. Okay. Oh wow. All right. Well, let's click some old emotes that I had to disable because I didn't have open emote slots. Oh, we're coming up on 500 hours streamed as well. You know, I don't think either of us have ever been to Buffalo. I really do need to get myself a proper magnifier, though. My first paycheck got deposited, though, so I might actually spring for one. I don't think I've been US side in Ontario yet. No, yes I have. Just this summer we did. Yeah, continuous glucose is super fantastic. Rather than, you know, turning your fingers to hamburger. Do with that information what you will. Yeah, like why is he asking? I don't know. Yeah, no, that's why. Yeah, basically it's them telling you, go sit on the couch, collect unemployment, we might call you. If we call you back within 35 weeks, no harm, no foul, we don't owe you anything. If we can't bring you back within 35 weeks, then we process normal layoffs with severance pay and all that kind of stuff. So laid off like 1,000 engineers. So, you know, felt really good about my chances of getting a job. What even is a temp layoff? Basically, it's them going, we want to lay you off, we want to have the opportunity to call you back, and we don't want to pay severance. So it's them basically saying, you still... it's meant to be for... Sequel Dev, welcome in. How's it going? Great to see you. Thanks for the follow. But wasn't super pleased by that, especially because the entry-level engineering job market right now is real bad. It's not good at all. A lot of engineers out there can't find work right now. And the same week that I got laid off, there's some really wild stuff going on in like bioinks and other stuff like that. There's some really wild pieces of that nature. If you find yourself your own job and you don't come back when we call you, that's voluntary. For it. So I haven't actually worked on, but I've given a lot of feedback and been part of studies with insulin pumps and continuous glucose monitors for the past 25 years. There's been a lot of development in recent years, aside from the continuous glucose monitors from the mechanical engineering side to the polymers used in creating sensors. Stream anniversary is normally it actually like gives you a whole thing about like, hey, it's coming up. Maybe you should like, you know, do a thing. I have 6 emote slots available. What? Back to any seniority, any like vacation day accruals, anything of that nature. That all still continues to count up, you know. But you have no paycheck. You generally will maintain some kind of benefits. You're eligible for unemployment insurance. Interesting. Carolyn is actually going to be going across the border for some Black Friday shopping with their mom at the end of the month. And I believe they're currently planning on going down to Buffalo. So, you know, that stuff is so cool. There is. Trying to find when my stream but I get tested for it every now and then. So far, so good. Unceremoniously came down from on high and said, hey, the economy sucks right now. A lot of movie productions aren't going on. So we're laying off a third of this branch. And I was one of the names on the list. So Yeah, exactly, right? Like, not having to think about it is real nice. You know, I thought you were aware. Yeah, no, Nelson, I got laid off from my old job. They office and said, "Hey, temporary layoff. We might call you back within 35 weeks. You get your benefits, but that's all you get. Go away." Which, you know, not great. Not gonna pretend it was. It'll work for us, but like, we're not gonna pay you. And on one side, there are benefits to it, right? So if you actually, you know, want to wait it out, there are benefits because your employment is continuous. So with